That is what going to the gym is. It's the equivalent of being a teacher, I suppose, and a kid comes in, just goes, ah. Time on the board, A-Hole here, along with Gerald, the fitness mascot, and Stan in the Games Draft. Nothing wrong with having cuddly toys even when you're an adult, unless you do weird things with them. That just makes you a weird guy. Today, we go to the things you should be doing after the gym, because it's just the question of the month, it would seem. Should I do this? Should I do that? Once I've, smashed it in the gym and I'm all like, oh, fitness palace of love, I look great. Are there things that I should be doing in order to maximize not only the workout I've just done, but the workout I'm going to do next time? And of course, the answer is yes. So here's 8 things you should always do after a workout. Should you want to, there's no rules. Number 8 is stretch. Shouldn't come as a big surprise to you, but some people are still saying that you should do stretching before a workout and not after workout. But it just makes more sense to stretch your muscles when they are warm. You don't even need me to explain that to you. Now, some people still like to stretch before a workout. I don't want to go too off tangent here. But if you are going to stretch before a workout, and I do dynamic stretching, which is when you just bounce a bit, Google it, you will see what's going on. And make sure before you do anything, you do a little bit of cardio. But stretching after a workout, all you got to do is hold a pose for 30 seconds here and 30 seconds there and 30 seconds all over the place. No one's going to think you're weird.
There it is. Magnum.
Because they understand fitness, they understand what you're doing. And the reason you want to do it is because you're giving your body the longevity it needs. You're already putting it in a situation and a status where it can get ready for its next big workout. So let's not pretend you haven't just put your body under an incredible amount of stress. That is what going to the gym is. It's the equivalent of being a teacher, I suppose, and a kid comes in, just goes, ah, in your face all day. You're going to get in and your brain's going to be like, I'm stressed, and you're going to be super stressed. That's kind of what your biceps, your triceps, and your back are doing after you've worked them. So allow them to calm down, allow them to be all supple, so that when you do go put them under that kind of crazy stress again, they're ready to go. It's why sports massages, or any kind of massage like that, but sports massages the best, are so, well, promoted and, advised, because again, you are just making sure that you're constantly doing this sort of, stress, no stress, stress, no stress. Now, not everybody can do those massages because they're really expensive, so you can do a foam roller, get one of those guns, that goes, and just smashes yourself in the face over again. But trust me, stretch, you may not think it's doing anything, but absolutely it's doing a lot. Number 7 is cardio. Only if you want to do cardio within your weight training session. So don't do a warm-up cardio before you start, but don't smash out an hour of cardio before you do weights unless you are prioritizing losing weight over your muscle sessions, whatever you want to call it, building muscle. But I don't think you should do that anyway. Always use all your energy for lifting weights first, because really the intensity of running, unless you're going to do HIIT cardio, but if you're doing HIIT cardio, it's going to be 20 minutes or something anyway. But if you're doing steady state, you can just kind of drift off and do whatever. You're going to be going about 70, 75%, maybe even a little bit less, depending on what you want to do. But in the gym, you want to be going as close to 100 as you possibly can, with a few limitations in there as well. So just make sure you do cardio after lifting weights. Ultimately, do whatever the hell you want, because no one's going to come around your house and go, what are you doing? Because once again, there's no laws about this stuff. But I just think, given how you are going to approach both endeavors, it just makes more sense. And with all the stuff that I've watched and all the stuff that I've read, nobody has ever said anything different, and there's got to be something to it. Number 6 is eat. Eat. Don't waste your workout you've just done by not refueling your body and getting the nutrients and the protein. Obviously, the protein, make sure you get the protein into your body. Otherwise, yes, you can't outwork a bad diet. So no matter how much you've smashed it in the gym, if you're not then refueling your body, you've almost wasted it. Now, there's no such thing as an anabolic window. You don't have to eat within 30 minutes, otherwise you've lost all your gains. If you want to eat within 30 minutes, you can, because you're a fat pig like me. I always eat within 30 minutes, but we've just established I'm a fat pig. But even if you are a normal pig, or even a smart pig, I don't know what I'm talking about now, just make sure you're getting all your meals in, right? Do not forget that bodybuilding and weightlifting and trying to put on muscle happens over days, it happens over weeks, it happens over months, it happens over years. That's your anabolic window. You have every single day in order to achieve that anabolic window, so you've got to make sure you're propping yourself up in all these different areas. So eating is important. Don't go to the gym and then fall asleep. Wait, we'll talk about sleep in a minute, but eat first, then you can fall asleep. Number 5 is to compare your workouts, right? So when you do get home and maybe you've got a little bit of downtime, say, it's chest day number 1, or push day number 1, I should say, and you did, go look at what you did push day number 1. This is confusing. Basically, let's say you train on a Monday, you did push. Go look what you did in the previous Monday's workout and compare the two. Where did you achieve progressive overload? Where didn't you achieve progressive overload? Were there any ones where actually you lift less than you did last time, which is not what we want. We always want to be doing a little bit more, even if it's 1.25 kilograms or 2 kilograms. Try and figure out why. Maybe you didn't get enough sleep again. Maybe you didn't refuel well enough last time. Maybe you had a little less carbs. Maybe you had a little bit of more carbs. It just really helps to know, to remind yourself not only where you've been, but where you're going. So maybe you then want to plan in what you're going to do for the next Monday workout and say, well, on bench press, I should have got up to 122 and I didn't, so I'm going to make sure I do that next time. Because when you walk into the gym, you're just going to feel so damn prepared. And what's that saying? Fail to prepare, prepare to fail, right? And it's kind of stupid. It doesn't work in all walks of life, but it absolutely does with the gym. So many times, especially with new guys and girls, you see people going into the Fitness Palace of Love and they're like, I don't really know what to do here because I haven't given myself a plan. It's the same with anything. If you went to build a house and you didn't have the architecture blueprint, you'd be like, I don't know what to do, but they do because they know exactly what they do and they can kind of build it in the way that they need. And you're building a body. That's another great phrase. It's like, you can't decorate the house until you built the foundations, which is all about make sure you put on some size before you get ripped. Again, you can kind of debate that one too, but it's good. It kind of gives you that focus that you need. So compare all your workouts, stay on top of that stuff. If you have a particularly good day, make some notes. Again, good sleep, ate well, had a nice time with my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my partner, whatever. Make sure all of that goes in, then try and recreate it and replicate it, and of course, train harder than last time. Number 4 is to stay hydrated. Drink water. Never forget, if you are dehydrated and your brain is saying, we need water, it's too late. It's too late. It means your body's already freaking out. You always want to make sure you're ahead of that ping within your thing in your head that's telling you you need to drink water. And of course, after you've done any kind of workout, if you have pushed yourself, you are going to need some water. Don't have to down a liter if you don't want to. Just make sure you have a little bit of a glass, 2 glasses, 3 glasses, 4. If you're training late in the night, I understand you don't drink too much because you don't want to be up night pissing all the time. But you have to stay hydrated. If you're not keeping your muscles hydrated, they're not going to grow and they're not going to operate in the way you want. That's just how the human body works overall. Go and type in like symptoms of dehydration, and it sucks. It can kill you. Now, I'm not going to say you're going to die because you didn't drink a glass of water after the gym, but staying hydrated is massively important, especially when it comes to muscle gain. So if you have participated in an activity like cardio, weight training, boxing, MMA, wrestling, whatever it may be, make sure you're replenishing that water that you have definitely lost. Number 3 is to get your sleep in and make sure you rest. Sleep is important. Doesn't matter if you train in the morning, midday, in the evening, you've got to make sure you're aiming for that 6 to 8 hours. Obviously, 8 hours is optimum, 7 hours is great. 6 hours just seems more realistic sometimes, but obviously you're going to do better if you do 8. And remember, you have to rest as well, right? You wouldn't go straight to the gym after finishing the gym. That doesn't even make sense because you haven't left the gym. So sometimes maybe even when you do get to the next day, say it's Monday, gets to Tuesday, and your body's saying, man, I can fancy a rest today. Take that rest. You grow when you rest. You grow when you sleep. That's when you're getting your body back to 0. So when we kick our ass in the gyms, the Fitness Palace of Love, it goes down to like -10, and we need to get back to 0. And I suppose when you get up to +10, that's when you're on PEDs or having sex.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Ow.
Don't know what I'm talking about. Things are just coming out my mouth. It's rocking and rolling today. But sleep and rest are massively important after you train. Again, it's like eating. You've recovered, you've refueled. Now in order to get to the next part, so you're ready to go again, you got to go to bed. Number 2 is to get out of your damn gym clothes. This happens all the time. People get home and they sit around in their dirty, sweaty gym attire. And then when it is time to sleep, because they understand how important sleep is, they just gather their clothes into their sleep clothes, and they're sleeping all the night in the gym goop. Don't sleep in the gym goop. Don't be that guy or person. You don't want to have, like, that's probably going to maybe trigger some spots, because your skin's going to be oily. It's going to make you feel like crap. Go and wash.
That smell. The kind of smelly smell. The smelly smell that smells smelly.
Go and wash after the gym. Now, I'm only throwing this one in there because I wanted to bump up the list a bit. And I thought, well, what should you do after like working out? Or what did you have to do? And you should have to shower. Don't shower in the gym because gym showers are terrible, but go home and wash yourself. And number 1 is to listen to your body. I know we kind of just touched on that a minute ago, but I think it deserves its own entry because no one ever talks about this. Maybe you're injured. Maybe there's something gone wrong. Maybe there is something you need to address. Address whatever that situation is. You do not have to be going to hell to leather 7 days a week. I know it sounds great when you hear about all these transformation programs. Someone goes, I went to the gym 7 days and trained 7 hours and seven, oh my gosh, I'm only training for 70 minutes. And even that's got a 7 in it, it's not enough. It's enough for you. And if it's not enough, you can do the other way as well. Again, maybe you leave the gym and your body's saying, well, I think I've got some more in the tank. You can go, crap, I didn't do enough. And you don't have to go back into the gym and all of a sudden just like smash some more out. But again, mark it down for next time. It's not always about you did too much. Sometimes you didn't do enough. Sometimes just going to the gym is actually enough because you had a hard day and it's good that you patted yourself on your back and sent yourself down there. Fitness Palace of Love power, let's go. But it is not the be all and end all, right? So always, always, always listen to your body. And again, note that stuff down. It's massively important because then you can circumvent it and not do it again. And it's always, oh, don't do too much, don't too much. You don't do too much little. What? No, don't do too little, right? Figure out what you're going to do. Write things down. You can do it on your phone. What else are you doing in your rest sets? People,
You're on your phone.
that's not a thing anymore. If you're just sitting somewhere on a machine for 120 seconds, let's say you're resting for 2 minutes, what's the difference if you're doing this or doing this? There's no difference. In fact, that's more productive, and the gym is meant to be productive. So there you go, boom. 8 things you should always do after a workout. Hopefully they helped, and if they didn't, well, they did. I know they did. They're scientific fact. Now, like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Click the bell, ding, ding, notification crew. Always appreciate it. Another video on the screen. Give it a click. Patreon.com/SimonMiller316 if you want to support me on there. At Instagram, SimonMiller316. Same on Twitter. SimonMiller.BigCartel.com for merchandise. The Greg Crusette Power 13 cookbook in the description down there. Use the code Simon15. Get 50% off and eat nice things after you've worked out. I think that's everything. Probably forgotten something. Subscribe. That's the main one. I'll see you soon.